Some places are great to stand, I guess, like the highest platform when they are giving out the Olympic medals, you know, and you are standing on the platform that says #1 on it. That must be a great place to stand. Standing on the moon maybe is a great thing, well, providing you have a rocket that brings you back, of course. But you know, like standing in front of a speeding 18-wheeler is not such a great place to stand, I think. And there is one place more that's even more scary than that. And this is in Psalm 16, verse 23. And welcome to this morning's Jolt. Therefore, he said that he would destroy them. This is God speaking about Israel. Therefore, let me just say it this way. God said that he would destroy Israel. Had not Moses, his chosen, stood before him in the breach to turn away his wrath, lest he should destroy them. Will you stand there? It's a scary place, but it's a great place also. Moses stood there for Israel. That's amazing. Another situation where this kind of happened was Genesis 17, verse 23 to 32, where Abraham and the Lord were walking, and God was going to destroy the city of Sodom, and Abraham said, "Oh, God, will you destroy the righteous with the wicked? And if there be 50 people in that city who are righteous, will you then destroy them with the others?" And God said, "Okay, if there are 50, I won't destroy them." And then through a process of bargaining, Abraham brought it down to 10 people, and he thought that sure must be enough. There must be 10 righteous people in a city that large, but he was wrong. There weren't. But still, he stood where no one would want to stand to oppose God for the sake of something that doesn't seem to be worthy. Okay, like the city of Sodom seems worthless, but he stood there and he opposed God for the sake of that. And listen, look, people, lost people, actually all people, need someone to stand in the breach for them. We all need someone to pray. People, especially the lost people, need someone to speak to them about the Lord. Need someone to take them by the hand and to lead them to Christ. They need someone to stand in the breach for them. And you know, we could say it even this way, maybe your Christian friend, okay, your church member, your pastor. When you see them, when they fail, they will need your intercession. They need for you to stand in the breach for them, protecting them in the breach that they themselves created. Okay, it's their fault. They're your spouse, your child, your parent. You need for them to step into that breach that they themselves made. That's amazing, because that's the story that happened with Moses in Psalm 106. Israel made that breach themselves. They invited God's anger on themselves by choice, deliberately. And Moses still stood in the breach. And you and me, listen, we will need to stand there for others. And we need to say to the enemy, nope, you ain't coming in, because this be my brother, this be my friend, maybe even this is my enemy, but I will protect them because I know my place. My place is this. I need to stand in the breach. And perhaps, you know, how do you stand in the breach? Perhaps you help out. Perhaps you just encourage. Perhaps you just don't let them be alone in their struggle. Maybe you cannot do much, but you're standing in the breach for them. You're just with them, and you say, I'm not leaving you alone. Maybe you cannot do it. Maybe you cannot say anything. Maybe you cannot, but you can just be there with them. Maybe you can just visit them in prison when no one is doing it. Maybe you can just sit with them at their deathbed. It's possible. Maybe you can just, you know, you understand what I'm saying. Stand in the breach for your wayward kid, okay? Don't let up praying for that impossible, for that hopeless person, okay? Don't let up praying for them. Moses did it for worthless Israel when they really were worthless. And God did not upbraid him for it. But God instead sets him as an example for us and says, listen, Moses did this for them. Well, he doesn't spell it out, but basically saying, what about you and me? God bless you with these thoughts. Trust that we will meet here again soon.